Hey guys, welcome back. Got a new buddy here. This is Ida. I mentioned her in my last video, but this is a Merlin, columbarius Merlin, which is the most widespread Merlin of the three subspecies in the U.S. But very small, very much smaller than what I'm used to dealing with. I usually have her, hopping to the glove right now in the 180 grams. So this is new to me. Like I said, I've flown mostly red tails, a kestrel once, a Harris hawk once. So this is definitely new to me. But typically with the red tails, they have a certain weight window that you get the birds down to hunt. Well, these Merlins, not exactly the same. Basically, you can keep their weight up pretty high as long as they're ready to hunt. Like they don't need to be at a specific weight window, maybe like a red tail that was trapped from the wild. So that's a little new to me. It's actually kind of nice. You don't have to be as concerned with that weight window. Now, obviously, if you feed them up, there's not going to be much drive to come down to you or hunt. But the birds are so small that you have to be careful. And I'm actually heating a section of my barn. I'm making a room or a mews just for Ida because it gets pretty cold here in Ohio. But yeah, so I have a consistent temperature in there, and the book I read, the author recommends weighing the bird like 6, 7 times, 8 times a day, but at a minimum 3 times a day, and that's what I've been doing. I don't know that am getting down to like the 1 or 2 gram, weight windows or whatever. She seemed anywhere in the 180s. She seems to be, very responsive. I've had her in the 190s, and she's not as responsive. She'll eat a little bit, but definitely doesn't want to like hop to the glove or anything like that. So that's the little bit that I've learned about her so far. And then also very small equipment, small anklets. I feel like mine are pretty small, but I've seen guys with even smaller. But they say you have to watch for the like scale damage, from them baiting. So that's why the hood is a common thing with these birds. But I'll take the hood off. I'll feed her here in a minute. And then I'll sit with her for 20-30 minutes and then hood her. And then I've just been keeping her on a block perch, tethered to a block perch, so that works out well. But my thought is, yeah, I don't want huge anklets, but I also don't want like really small anklets that's only going to be hitting in one part of the leg. Rather, just a little bit wider anklets where it's distributing that pressure against her legs, and not just, when she baits, it's not just hitting in one spot on the same scale. So that's my thought, and I've had good luck with her so far. I think I've had her for a few weeks now, and her legs look really good, and I don't let her bait much either. So yeah, what the plan is to hunt sparrows, starlings, pigeons, doves with her. The only thing that goes out of season in Ohio will be the doves, the mourning doves. But we have a big season. It's like September 1st to March 10th. So I have a big season for those guys. But the other invasive species like the starlings and the sparrows, those are fair game all year. So you can see how long her toes are. Those are for grabbing birds. They primarily eat birds in the wild. They may snag a mouse if the opportunity presents itself, but mostly they're just feeding on small birds. So her hood is very important. I actually spent decent bit of money, on a male and female hood for the Merlins, just because I wasn't sure what I was going to end up with. I wanted a female, so I got lucky with that. But I spent $60 on each hood, and they were not quality hoods. I'm not going to put the name out there of who made them. I don't want to bash anybody, but they're just not you know, maybe for trapping, just to like get the initial hood on, it may be okay. But I've found in just these few weeks that a quality hood is very important. I have a Barber hood, Barbour. Bill Barber makes them, and I mean, it is like artwork, and it's smooth as can be. It fits the bird just right. Literally makes it specific to the bird, and Bill even put it on his female Merlin before shipping it and sent me a picture just to show how nice it fit. So it substantially more money, but if you're going to be serious about flying a Merlin, and this is, I've been talking to a couple Merlin falconers, the hood is, you have to have a good hood. I know there's other good hood makers out there. I don't know them off the top of my head at this moment, but Bill Barber obviously makes a real nice Dutch hood, and it makes it so much easier popping the hood on the bird. With the other low quality hood I was using, it was a struggle and it didn't fit well, and you know, I think even there was like a decent opening in the back where it was letting light in. Just not good. So this one kind of cups the back of the head, so once it goes on, it kind of like stays on, and then it gives you some time to cinch these braces. So yeah, definitely want a nice hood for her. So what I'm planning on is hunting her in that 180 gram range. Seems to be her best weight. And car hawking, I've found, is more of like a kestrel thing. It seems like the Merlins are not for car hawking. The females, and this is all from what I'm told, I've not hunted with one yet, but from what I've read and what I've been told by the Merlin falconers, the females like to, you know, be thrown up in a tree. They might wait on just a little bit, but they like to be up in a tree, and then you flush game, and then they make that long flight on the bird as you're jumping it, and taking it out of the air that way. And sometimes if they don't get it off that first initial contact, they'll tail chase. Sometimes, depending on the bird, like a dove or a pigeon could take her a mile or two, so you have to have good telemetry. But their forte is tail chasing, and they can just go until the quarry just wears out, and they might have to land or dive into some brush. And these females, they say, are very good at diving into brush, which I'm familiar with that with females, female red tails compared to male red tails. I've noticed the females like to smash the brush much harder. So looking forward to that. Also, whereas the male Merlins tend to wait on more, maybe because they're lighter, I would assume. But they seem to wait on more. So if you like that style of hunting, maybe a male will be for you. But they are substantially smaller, probably in the 110 to 130 gram range compared to 180, 190 for the females. I'm going to take her hood off, and then we'll give her a little bit of food. Sometimes she baits right when I take the hood off, but we'll see how she does here. I'm going to give her a mouse. I would like to be feeding her like sparrows or starlings, but we haven't had like a really good frost yet. It's gotten down to 35 degrees here a couple times, last night being one of them. But once we get a good hard frost, supposedly that'll kill the any birds that may have West Nile or any other disease, and also get rid of these mosquitoes we've got. So until then, I'm not trapping any sparrows or starlings for food for her till we get a good frost. Just gonna put this mouse right here. I'm gonna take this hood off of her. I know it's coming off here. There you go. So the other thing that I'm not used to is holding the food in my bare hand. That is a no-no with red-tailed hawks. And this bird has been the funniest bird. So much personality and character. She prefers that I hold the food for her. kind of helps get her give her leverage when she's pulling. She's got some, I think she's got some intestines wrapped around her head. It's on the top of your head. It's wrapped around her head. She's probably not going to let me touch it. Yeah, she's not going to let me touch her head. So she's going to have intestines on her head for a little bit. Anyway, yeah, she likes when I help pull at the food with my bare hand. It's so weird to me, 20 years of flying a red tail, and it's just like I would never touch food like this. I don't want the red tails thinking that food comes from my bare hand. But this bird, she likes when I hold her food. So I'll pull a piece off here, and she'll take it right from me. Like, she loves that. I've also, when I first started feeding her on the glove in full light, we started in more of like a dark room with a headlamp, and then just slowly added light to the room each day, and then until she got used to me being there. But at first I gave her the mouse, and she held it in her foot, but she couldn't get like great leverage with it. So she took the mouse. I had my hand like right here. She put the mouse in my hand for me to hold it. And I thought maybe it was just a fluke or something. So I put it back to her foot and then moved my hand, a few inches away. And then she picked it up, put it right back in my hand. I was like, well, no, she's definitely meaning to do that. She wants me to hold this mouse for her. While she's eating, I want to let you guys know also, Emily got her first kill with her red tail snacks. I'll post a picture of it. It's unbelievable. It's a black squirrel with a white tip on its tail. And that's her first falconry kill. Like, I don't even think she's caught a vole or a chipmunk or anything. So her first kill is a black squirrel with a white tip on the tail. I've never even caught a black squirrel. I've seen them, but I've just never gotten lucky. And then for her, that's her first kill. It's unreal. And the bird, from the picture she showed me, the bird wasn't even mantling over the kill, which is putting their wings over it, just kind of hide and protect their kill from anybody. But yeah, amazing. I told Emily, I was like, you have to get that thing mounted. If I killed one this season, I would mount it. But for it to be her first kill too, that's a good memory to preserve there. So she said she's gonna get it mounted, and the bird, she said, did a great job. I think it got the squirrel on the ground. She's been trying to hunt it in the open because we still have a lot of leaves on the trees and the brush. So I think the hawk saw it in the open and got it before it got to the trees. So congrats to Emily on that. I know she's excited on that, and we're gonna be. It's gonna be. Oh, it's too big of a piece there. Yeah, our season's gonna be rocking here real soon. Once we get a few more good frosts and some wind and some rain, it's gonna knock these leaves off, and it's gonna be on. She got too big of a piece, so she's gonna rip at it. So yeah, I think that's about it. Still have a couple falconers that need red tails, so we might be trapping a little bit for red tails here soon, but we're also going to transition into hunting too. So I'm dropping Xena's weight, so we'll have some hunts with Xena, but it may be a few weeks. She's still a little heavy. She still had a tail feather that she was molding out, and I try to keep their weight up until the main feathers are molded out. But she's just about there, and I'm kind of lowering her weight slowly while she's finishing out that last tail feather and some other feathers also. And we should be good here as the leaves are dropping. We should be ready to go. And then Jordan is also getting close with his bird. I never thought she'd eat the tail because she was picky when I first got her, but she loves the mouse tail, so whatever. But yeah, Jordan's getting close too. He's introducing the lure to his bird, and I still have to tell you guys that story. I hate to keep you in suspense, but I want to wait until Jordan's there so he can tell us about it and also show you the bird. But and she made quick work of that mouse. And she's still got guts on her head, which I don't know how I'm going to get that off because she won't let me touch her head. But anyway, we'll have to figure that problem out here in a little bit. I don't want to put the hood on with the guts on her head. Alright guys, I'm going to spend some time sitting with her here, and then I think later today I'm going to introduce the lure to her. I do have her hopping to me. Actually, I wouldn't even consider it hopping. It's more, she's flying to me about 10 feet now. I'm going to introduce the lure to her and give her a good meal on the lure, which is just a little, it's called a black starling lure. So I'll start showing her that, and we're going to keep moving along with the training. She's getting ready to take flight here. All right, guys, I'm going to sit here with her for a little bit. Later today, she eats twice a day. That's the other thing. If you're going to fly a Merlin, you got to have time for him, and you know, have the patience for him. So I think it's time to show her the lure. So it won't be long, and it'd be really cool to have some videos of her hunting, you know, sparrows and starlings and pigeons and doves. I don't know how good a video I'll get because she's small, and you know, especially if there's a tail chase, you know, I don't know what I'm going to get on there, but nonetheless, I'm sure it'll be pretty interesting. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the next one.